Toni Sacconaghi, Bernstein senior research analyst, U.S. IT hardware, joins us this morning. Toni has an outperform rating on Apple and a target of 195. Great to see you, Toni.
Good morning, Carl.
A lot of discussion over the weekend about Apple, I guess, for lack of a better phrase, being behind the eight ball on AI. But then others counter with the depth of their embedded stack, and that provides its own set of beneficial positives. What do you make of that? And also in light of the fact that WWDC has never been a real stock mover to the upside.
Absolutely. So, look, I think the knock on Apple is it doesn't have an AI story, and there's quite a bit of expectation for today. But I think it's important to remember what Apple is. Apple is this dominant consumer company, has about 1 billion unique consumers in its installed base. And those are generally demographically very attractive, affluent consumers who spend a lot of time on their devices. And so Apple has been very successful in effectively channeling the efforts of others and being able to profit on that. So the best examples are its partnership with Google, where Google is the default search engine and pays Apple $20 billion a year for that privilege. Similarly, Apple makes a pretty similar amount, $20+ billion per year from app developers who are putting their apps on Apple's App Store. And so Apple's AI strategy doesn't have to uniquely be Apple inventing something new in AI. It's bringing AI to the masses and ultimately potentially collecting a toll on that. And I think we'll see that today when we'll hear about these capabilities, which have been widely reported. And Apple will effectively be, that access point for AI. And that's a very privileged and unique position that the company holds.
Can you help viewers understand the concern that has been raised, and that is if people stop or use Google search for iPhone less, what that does to the billions in shared revenue they get from Alphabet?
Well, I think that's a really big, broader question, which is what is the future of search and how does AI impact or not impact that? I think our belief is over time, if, let's say, Google search was 100, and search on an iPhone was 100, going forward, maybe that number is lower. It's 80 or 90, but AI might be 10, 20, 30, 40 in terms of queries going forward. So there certainly could be some share shift in terms of where users direct their queries going forward. I think investors have to believe that Apple and its AI partners, whether they're OpenAI exclusively or OpenAI plus Google or others, find a way to monetize those other queries going forward. But this is a big open question. We're in the very early days of AI. I think when we were in the very early days of search, the monetization model was not all that clear. But I think you have to believe that on net queries will go up, and on net, AI companies and Apple will find ways to monetize AI queries going forward.